You know that exact moment at the very bottom of a heavy squat. You are fighting for depth. The weight feels massive on your traps. Your lungs are burning. And suddenly, without you even telling them to, your knees buckle inward. They pinch together like magnets. Deep down in the pit of your stomach, you feel that terrifying instability. It is a visceral feeling, that subtle shift in the joint that makes you think, man, one of these days, something is going to pop. It looks bad. It feels worse. And structurally, it is the equivalent of a bridge swaying in the wind. That inward collapse is called dynamic knee valgus, and it is arguably the biggest efficiency leak in your training. It is the silent destroyer of your gains, and a massive red flag for your joints. Here is the problem. If you look around the gym or scroll through Instagram, you have probably been told the exact same piece of advice 1,000 times. Just push your knees out. It is the golden rule of squatting, right? But I am going to tell you something that might make you uncomfortable. For many of you, that advice is not just useless, it is actually dangerous. Pushing your knees out is a cue, not a correction. If there is a mechanical block in your ankle or a neurological disconnect in your hip, forcing your knees out is like trying to drive a car with the parking brake on. You aren't fixing the problem, you are just fighting your own anatomy. We need to stop applying band-aid fixes and actually dismantle the biomechanics of your leg to rebuild your squat pattern from the floor up. To understand why your knee caves in, you have to understand that the knee is actually kind of a stupid joint. I mean that with love, but mechanically, the knee is a slave. It is a hinge designed to do two things really well: bend and straighten. It has very little ability to rotate or move side to side safely. So, when you see your knee caving inward, realize that the knee is just the victim. It is the middle child caught in a screaming match between the hip above it and the ankle below it. When the knee caves, it is usually because the hip or the ankle have failed to do their job, and the knee is taking the torque. The moment you understand this, you stop blaming the joint that hurts and start fixing the joints that are causing the problem. Let's start with the villain nobody talks about enough: your ankle mobility, specifically a motion called dorsiflexion. This is your ability for your shin to travel forward over your toes while your heel stays glued to the floor. When you squat, your shin must travel forward to maintain balance. If your ankle is stiff, maybe from old sprains or tight calves, your shin hits a wall, but your body is an adaptation machine. It wants to get you to the bottom of that squat no matter what. So, if the shin can't go straight forward, the brain searches for a detour. It realizes, hey, if I collapse the arch of the foot and dump the ankle inward, I can bypass this stiffness. The foot pronates, the tibia rotates internally, and since the tibia is the bottom half of the knee joint, the knee goes to valgus city. You can have glutes strong enough to tow a truck, but if your ankles are locked cages, your knees will cave. This leads us to the foot itself. Modern shoes have essentially ruined us. We wear these narrow, cushioned coffins that squish our toes together and put our foot muscles to sleep. When you squat, you need a tripod foot. Contact at the heel, the base of the big toe, and the base of the pinky toe. A common mistake when people hear push knees out is that they roll onto the outside edge of their foot, lifting the big toe. This is a disaster. You cannot transfer power through a foot that is peeling off the floor. Instead of pushing out, I want you to think about screwing your feet into the floor. Imagine you are standing on a piece of paper and trying to rip it down the middle by twisting your feet outward without actually moving them. Right foot clockwise, left foot counterclockwise. Keep your big toe glued down. Do you feel that tension spiral up your leg and turn your glutes on? That is the magic. You are creating external rotation torque from the ground up. Now, let's look at the hips. The weak glute crowd isn't entirely wrong, but they usually explain it poorly. The muscle we care about is the gluteus medius, the guy wire on the side of your hip that pulls the knee outward. However, it's not always about weakness. Often, it's about reciprocal inhibition. That's a fancy term, meaning if one muscle is tight, the opposing muscle shuts down. In many people, the adductors, inner thighs, are incredibly tight. They act as a brake. If your adductors are tight, your brain literally inhibits your glutes from firing efficiently. It's a neurological tug of war, and your glutes are losing. You need to foam roll or stretch the inner thigh to release the brake before you can step on the gas with the glutes. To wake those glutes up, we use Reactive Neuromuscular Training, or RNT. This is counterintuitive, but highly effective. Usually, you'd think to push against a band to strengthen the knee. RNT flips the script. Put a resistance band around a rig and loop the other end around your knee, setting it up so the band pulls your knee inward into the collapse. Why would we force the knee into the position we hate? Because you are tricking your brain. When the band pulls your knee in, your nervous system panics and instinctively fires the glute medius to pull the knee out against the resistance. You are feeding the mistake to correct the mistake, lighting up that neural pathway instantly. We also have to address the fear factor. Sometimes, the knee caves because your nervous system feels threatened by the weight. Anatomically, curling inward, flexion and internal rotation, is a fetal protective reflex. If you only see valgus on your max effort lifts, it might be your brain hitting the panic button. The fix there isn't stretching. It's volume training at sub-maximal weights to build confidence. You have to convince your brain that knees out is a safe position. And yes, you might see Olympic weightlifters using a valgus twitch to bounce out of the hole. Listen to me, you are not an Olympic weightlifter. They are utilizing a stretch reflex with elite connective tissue. For 99% of us, knee valgus is not a technique. It is a power leak and a meniscus tear waiting to happen. I also want to touch on anatomical variants, specifically for women or those with wider hips. You have something called a larger Q angle, the angle from your hip down to your knee. Because your hips are wider, your femur comes down at a sharper inward angle. This structurally predisposes you to valgus. It doesn't mean you are broken, it just means you have less margin for error. Gravity is working harder against you, so you have to be even more diligent about glute strength and adductor mobility than the average lifter. So, here is your checklist for your next leg day. 1. Check your shoes. If you're squatting in squishy runners, get flat shoes or go barefoot. You cannot build a house on a marshmallow foundation. 2. Mobilize the ankles. Do 2 minutes of banded distraction to clear that bone block. 3. Wake up the glutes with RNT. Let the band pull your knee in so you have to fight it out. 4. When you get under the bar, don't just push knees out. Screw your feet into the floor and rip the ground apart. Feel the tension build in your hips before you even descend. Finally, a brutal truth. You might need to drop the ego and the weight. If your knees collapse at 225 pounds, but look perfect at 135, then 225 is too heavy for you. I don't care what your max could be. If you are hitting a max with valgus collapse, you aren't getting stronger. You are just borrowing time from your joints. Retraining this pattern takes patience because you are fighting thousands of reps of bad habits and years of sitting in chairs. But if you fix this, you become a hydraulic press rather than a wobbly bridge. Next time you squat, check the mirror. Does your knee cave on the way down? Motor control issue. Or on the way up? Weakness. Tell me in the comments which one you struggle with, and I'll try to give you a specific cue to help. Go fix your feet, open your hips, and squat safe.